So there's a question and answer panel on the left-hand side of your screen. If there are any questions in the middle of the session, you can always drop in your questions, and at the end of the webinar, our speakers will attend to it. Over to you, Mr. Noman. Hi, Noman.
Yes, I need to mute.
Yeah,
Hi, Jai. Noman here.
yes, Noman, you can take over the session.
Thank you. Happening. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Noman, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Before we start looking into the integration of Microsoft consultant and training, the omni-channel contact center actually has been deployed for more than 60 countries across the globe. And before we go into the details of, as I said, the Microsoft Teams, I'll give you an overview of what is an omni-channel and what are the contact center, cloud contact center features in a brief. Then we can definitely jump into the Microsoft Team integrations and the details. So when we say omni-channel, means the channel, your customer favorite channel, that is normally the social media, that include even the WhatsApp business, Twitter. So this contact center is capable to do the communications not only on the voice. Voice is the most common and traditional contact centers, like you have a regular IVR and ACD, automatic call distributions, and the customer comes in, calls in, and then the agent answers the calls and queues and all, which is of course almost now an old-fashioned. This contact center is capable to have an omni-channel where you can do the email management, you can do the SMS, you can do the WhatsApp business. Of course, you can do the social media integration as well. That include Facebook and Twitters and WhatsApp, etc. And you might be seeing one icon of Microsoft Teams also. So we'll explain the scenario and the advantage of having Microsoft Team when it communicates with your contact center. So what is the value addition of it and how it can be achieved, right? So this platform, the Cloud Contact Center platform, is powered by Microsoft Azure. We have many customers on board, and so far this has been very successful. Case studies later on after the webinar. Anybody who's interested to know more, they can get in touch with our sales teams, and definitely we can share more details after the webinars. So the cloud platform is Microsoft Azure. And before we do that, let's say why we choose the cloud, or what are the reasons of going with the cloud-based contact center. Pay only for what you use. So these days, where there is more OPEX model rather than CAPEX model, where the companies are looking into to save their budgets or costing, because the decision now mainly came from the CFO. So they're looking for what exactly they are using. They only pay for that. So that is what the cloud benefit is, and it can be set up in a minutes. So gone are day where you require a server and you do the procurement, and then it's available in the stock, and then you have the warranty and so many other things. Now within a minutes, you can be up and running with the contact center with the advantages of cloud. You can grow and shrink depending on the needs of your business. Let's say if you do the things on-prem, you go with the 10 user, and then after a 6 month, you got the business grow. Again, you need to reinvest into your hardware and your infrastructure. But with the cloud, it is very scalable. It can shrink and grow without taking any time. So that is the advantage of putting your contact center in the cloud. And you have more reliability, since you can have the backups on the cloud. You're not worried that you will lost the electricity, or there may be some disaster or anything happens, the electric, the power outrage, or any building problems, you come across. So there's more reliability when you go with the cloud for the contact center. In the contact center, your customers are looking forward, they want to contact you for different services, for your business. So that's the reason that you can go with the cloud. So there's more reliability, and definitely you have reduced costs of managing your IT, like the server room, that if you have a hardware and it got the expiry and the hardware upgrades you do, and you have to maintain the the rack and all these things. So going with the cloud, having the cloud contact centers definitely help you to avoid such the things. And of course, you can have business continuity, which means you can create in the cloud geo redundant, the DRs, disaster recovery, very easily. So let's say for some reason, if your business is down, there's some outrage in one region, you can within a minute you can route the traffic to another region. So you have a DR available. So you will have you will have a good sleep at night. Actually, the IT guys who all are there. So these are some of the main advantages of using cloud contact centers on the cloud. That what gives you these days the value, the addition. And few of the features that we're offering with this contact centers are the IVR designer, where you have a visual drag and drop, so you can visually design your call flow. Let's the call comes, you want to play a message, and then do some checking, and then you can connect to the available agent in the queue, or you can do the callback and things like that. We have a voice channel for queuing and priority based inbound calling. We do have a call recordings available, a whisper bargain, which is used for the coaching and training purposes of the call centers. We do have analytics and reportings, details call agent reporting with the ability for custom reports also. We do have API available, any custom integration that include the CRM, ERPs integrations, any third-party applications you're looking into to integrate with your contact centers, right? We do have email management, completely email management you can do with this contact centers, your inbound and outbound mails campaign, etc. SMS, of course, you can do it. Web chat, which is normally the widget, if the visitor visit your website, so the widget appears, and if he has any queries or any question or anything, they do the chat, and this chat is available within a unified windows for the agent, and they can communicate. And the most interesting that we have here is the open channel. Now the open channel of your choice, which include the social media, Twitter, WhatsApp business, And the Microsoft Teams also comes under open channel, because with this contact center, we're offering the open APIs and the open channels, and any third-party application can be integrated very easily without taking, the heavyweight, kind of programming, or you do the platform integration. So that's all avoided. So we do have a fax also, still old-fashioned, but still in use for some companies. You can receive the fax as a PDF. You can send the fax as PDF. And then we do have the contact management and customer journey. Customer journey helps you to identify how your customers is calling you. Let's say he sent an email, then he did the chat, he came through social media. So all these information or records are aggregated in a single journey, where you understand your customer behavior and their engagement, and you can address them in a better way. This application also includes the Bull automated outbound dialer, which is a predictive dialer. If you want to automate your outgoing calls for marketing purposes, for any reason, it can be done. We do have surveys and all are available. So these are some of the bright features of the cloud contact center application that we have on a cloud. Per month, per agent, the plans are available. And this is one of the basic plan. Like in the basic plan, you go with the IVR designer, voice channel, call recording, something not much fancy, but you just want to get the voice communications, IVR kind of things, and then queuing and the reports, etc. So we have a basic plan available. We do have a standard plan which include the omni channels, email management, open channels, social media, web chat, and all these are available and the standard features. And then we have a standard plus, which is normally your voice only, but including inbound and automated outbound. So that is also available. Mostly the campaigns, I would say, the telemarketers are the companies here who are doing more into the outbound calls, and they want to automate that process. So we do have the plan for them, so they can choose this plan also. And then we have the professional one, which is basically your full omni-channel with automated outbound. So this is the full-blown system where you get the complete whatever feature you have seen it in the previous slides are available under this plan, right? Now this is the most interesting thing. Now we comes to the Microsoft Teams integration with Xcali Contact Center. Now this Xcali, as I'm sure till now you're familiar with the contact center, Xcali contact centers. So the integrations are possible in two different ways. One is the messaging and the other is the voice calls. Now, before we go into the details, let's say an organization is having a Microsoft Teams deployed for enterprise unified communication. All of their employees and the staffs are using, let's say, Microsoft Teams on mobile, on desktop client Microsoft Teams, and they are using Microsoft, the direct routing with the SBC, incoming and outgoing. So everything is on Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams has, the full-blown phone system, which has also the ability of queuing and the queuing and the IVR, but at a very basic level. For those who are familiar with the Microsoft Teams, they can check in the Teams Admin Center. These things are there. But now the question is, if the company who is having a complete full-blown Microsoft Teams deployed, and now they need the contact center also, in the contact center, which should be an omni-channel. Now out of the market, in the market, there are many contact centers are available, but what you will get two isolated systems. That means if the customers, if your one user is on Microsoft Teams and he want to reach to the agent or to the contact center's person, and they want to communicate, so how they will do it, right? If your Microsoft team is not integrated with the contact center, Now, the companies who are having a contact center, they cannot manage a separate communication system or the call centers, which is independent of the rest of the staff and uh, other teams. So the whole idea that what we did the integration with Microsoft Team is to enable the enterprises who have a full Microsoft Teams deployed as a regular usage, and they want to contact their call centers. Apart from this, the Microsoft Teams, let's say the company, the organizations are on the Microsoft Teams, and your call center is available, and you want your customer to reach you, right? That's a second scenario. So with the Microsoft Teams, you can develop the custom apps, and this custom apps you can integrate the APIs of Xcali, where they will be able to reach you using Microsoft Teams. So from the Teams App Store, they can download the apps and then they can communicate. So now this is an example of Microsoft Teams desktop client actually. And you can see the chat conversation or the messaging that exchange with the contact center agent. And this is the Xcali agent desktop. So they can communicate seamlessly without any problem, and they can share the attachment and also the text messaging. Now, if the customers is having Microsoft Teams installed and they want to reach to the contact center agent, they can do this kind of conversations. If they have any question or they're looking for some help desk or help, they can do easily. And you can see a small widget here when the notification of the blue screen, which appear when the chat is received on Xcali agent desktop. So advantage of this communication in the Xcali motion, you will have a real-time dashboard where you will be able to see that your agent who are receiving the calls or who are receiving the Microsoft Teams messages, what is happening with that, what the interaction is. Are they replying to these messages? Are these messages are open or closed? When you receive the message at the Xcali, what is the purpose of this message? Like, you have to choose the dispositions, the outcome. So if the agent do not choose the outcome, so it will remain open. So the supervisors, they can monitor the chat and they can see what is going on, and then they can take the appropriate action, right? So from Xcali, you can monitor this communication very easily. And when it comes to the reports, so with the open channels, like Xcali also give you a complete reports and analytics of Microsoft Teams channel. That is the conversation that happened with the contact center agent. You can see the chat performed by the communication performed by the agent, date-wise, queue-wise, summaries, etc. Everything you can extract from there, whatever the communication happened with the Microsoft Teams user. And now the question comes in for the voice integration. Now, Microsoft Teams here is not using any calling plan, because Microsoft Teams comes with the calling plan. There is international and domestic, but normally these calling plans are available in Europe and Western part of the world. Here in the Middle East, the only solution to integrate your Microsoft Teams to the PSTN is via direct routing, and you have to use the SBC. Now there are SBCs are available, certified SBC from different vendors. We cannot name them, but if you check the Microsoft documentation, certified SBC, you can find a number of SBCs are available there, and you can take SBCs are available in the form of a software appliance, or they're also available as a hardware appliance. Depending on your choice and situations, you can take that. And here is a scenario detailed diagram actually. So what we have with the Xcali and Microsoft Teams, where they are communicating via voice call. So Microsoft Team user who want to reach to the Xcali agent by dialing a specific extensions or the queue number, they can do so by integrating with the SBCs, and Xcali is very well, like integratable the SIP with the with the Microsoft Teams. So this is one of the voice call base. We have a successful case study. One of our enterprise customer in Spain, they are utilizing this because their entire enterprise telephony unified communication was based on Microsoft Teams, and they were not willing to change to any other platform, and they require a contact centers. So then they integrate with the Microsoft Teams, the Xcali, using the SBCs and all, which SBC here is as a SIP proxy. So this is for the voice side. You can directly integrate even the direct routing. So let's say if you put the SBC, and on the SBC you have direct routing, and here in the Middle East you have a PRI line or a SIP trunk coming from Duer Etisalat. So one of the DID or the number you want to use for the contact center, that's all scenarios and all cases are possible, and you can do that. Yes. And now there's some promotion going on for 10% on monthly subscriptions and 20% off on yearly subscriptions. My colleague at the end will talk about more on this. If anyone who's are interested, they can come forward and can do that. Visit TVCom Experience Center for a live demo to avail the offer. We have a demo, real-time demo available within the office. Anyone who are interested to visit us, they can come and can see. If they're interested to explore more detail, they're having some projects or having some leads if they want to check further, they can definitely come us, and we can show them the more in-depth demo and all. So next on we'll have Mr. Danny for Yealink device portfolio for Microsoft Teams. Like I said, fulfilling a complete enterprise telephony. You can use this hardwares, that is certified for Microsoft Teams. And then on the other side, you have a cloud contact centers for the customer care department. So it is something a 360 solutions, complete end to end. Over to you, Mr. Danny. Thank you so much. And we'll answer any questions. You have any question answer? Definitely we'll take it at the end of the sessions. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Numan. And hi, everyone. I'm Danny from Yealink. Okay, now I will share my screen. Hey, 我共享不了啊。Sorry. Oh, okay. Now it's okay.能看到屏幕吗？可以啊。Okay. Now, let me share you 10 more slides. I will take about 10 more minutes to introduce Yealink solution for Microsoft Teams. Yealink, maybe a lot of partners have familiar with our solutions. First, Yealink is famous for its SIP phone, as we rank #1 SIP phone provider globally from 2018 to 2020. And now, our Yealink Teams phone's market share from all Microsoft vendors, the market share is 60%. So we have the largest market share from Microsoft Teams phone business. And 80% of the Microsoft top 55 customers are using Yealink products. And also we have the coverage, distributor and partners across 100 more countries. The cooperation between Yealink and Microsoft are back to 2015, as Yealink begin the Link phone with certified by Microsoft. And in 2017, we have the Yealink SFB phones. And 2018, we have the Teams desk phone. Yealink is the first vendor release Teams desk phone. And in 2019, we have the full range Teams desk phone and also Teams Room solution for Microsoft Teams. And also we have a lot of accessories for Microsoft Teams like headsets, speakers. Globally, we have the customer as you can see from screen, and in UAE we have a lot of big cases like Emirates is the customer for Yealink SFB phones, and we have MBC Group has deployed 30 more video devices from Yealink. So here is the whole portfolio from Yealink Teams certified devices. The first part is the Teams phone. And in this part, we have especially USB phone MP50, and the MP52 is the new entry-level Teams phone, which will be released in August. And for now, we have the entry-level conference common area phone MP54, and the executive phone MP56 and the MP58. MP58 also has the wireless handset model. And the VP59 is the only video phone. And the CP900 is the conference phone, audio conference phone. And for the second part, MTR on Windows, we have the whole MVC series to cover from huddle room, medium room, large room, and also MVC 940 with 2 cameras for extra large rooms. And the last part is Android collaboration bar. A20 and A30 is also available now in the market. For the peripherals, we have the USB webcam UVC30 and UVC20. Speakers, we have the CP700, CP900, and the new one, M-Speech, the iSpeaker for Microsoft Teams. And for the headset, we have the USB headset and also wireless stacked headset. Okay. So this is the whole portfolio. And let me introduce first for the voice part, Yealink voice devices. Here, I just mentioned about the phones because, because Yealink Teams phone has the most market share, and let me tell you why this is can sell very well in the market. First, Yealink has the one-stop solution. It's the only vendor for now has the common area phone and also video phone, conference phone, especially video phone from the market. You can only find Yealink. And the Yealink phone, as you know, is cost effective. And we have the we are the first Teams video phone provider, and we have many options, many features for the phone as wireless handset model is available. And we have Teams SFB dual mode, Teams SIP hybrid mode. This is very important in the market. A lot of requests for Teams and SIP hybrid mode. Yealink is the only vendor to support this. And we support more features like on Yealink Teams phone, there's a Teams button that Microsoft will develop the many function for the Teams button. And also we support the sidecar and the proxy server. Okay, so you can see all the scenarios that Yealink's phone can cover. For executive, we can recommend VP59 video phone or MP58. For the general office, we can recommend MP54 or MP56. For the front desk, we can recommend the common area phone MP54 and also some higher models. For the audio conference, we have the CP900 City, which can pair with wireless stacked mic. And for the huddle room, we have CP900 speaker. So all this device is certified by Microsoft Teams. Regarding to the Teams SIP hybrid mode, you can see on this surface that from the Teams surface, just one click of the quick ball, you can change to the SIP surface. And if you want to change back, you just click the quick ball again. So you can seamlessly have the experience of SIP and Teams on the same phone. So why do you enable Teams SIP hybrid mode? A lot of cases happening from the migration for customers who migrating from SIP to Teams that have this request, and also some hospital financial department, they have a request as a backup server for Teams. And also for some scenario, customer have special request for the SIP features like school, E911 or intercom. So in these scenarios, customer may request both Teams SIP. Okay, for the details of quick view how to how this working for the hybrid mode, you can find the videos on YouTube. So I don't give much introduction. And for the video part, for the focus small room to the extra large room, we all have solutions from the MTR Windows. Especially MVC 940, you can see here with 2 cameras. It's the normal package. And if you have an actual requirement for more cameras, this package can support as many as 9 cameras. Okay, and for the collaboration bar, Yealink just released very earlier, and this is very cost effective and very easy deployment. Collaboration bar A20 and A30. And also we have the USB BYOD devices. Okay, so let me tell you the advantage of Yealink video device solutions. First, one-stop solution cover all scenario. Second, easy deployment, and we have a very full range of video audio options. And for the content sharing part, we have the wireless content sharing solution. And also we have the specific camera control by the M-Touch touch panel experience. And also we have the ultra large meeting room solutions. Okay, so by comparison of the deployment, here is 2 pictures from first is from other vendor. It needs more than 5 cables and also 3 more hubs in the deployment. From Yealink, the right picture you can see as we use the CAT5E cable to do the data transmission and network connection. So just the 1 cable to cross the TV set with the conference table. So very easy deployed. And the touch panel is PoE. So there's just 1 cable connect to the camera. Yeah. to the M core. Okay. And for the iPower video audio experience, now we have released many devices that can support auto framing and speaker tracking. A20 for small room, small and huddle room, A30 and UVC40 for mid-size room, support auto framing and speaker tracking. And the UVC86 is the new camera which we will release in next month, support speaker tracking. Okay, and for the large room. And there's also M Speech is the iSpeaker just released into the market. It will support voice recognition, voice transcription. It can wake up Cortana and translation. Yeah. So the full audio options here is listed as we have M Speech, we have CPW900 wireless stacked mics, and we have VCM34 wired mics, and we have the VCM38 ceiling mics. You can see each of the mic we can cascade. Like for the VCM38, we can cascade up to 8 units, each one to support a 4-meter radius. So you can calculate it can be used in very large rooms. Okay, and for the content sharing part, we know in the market a lot of customer require for wireless content sharing. But for other vendors, their solution is only HDMI cable, no wireless solution. But for Yealink, you can see we have the WPP20 dongle. Just plug into your computer laptop. You can do the content wireless content sharing directly, as the dongle is paired with the M-Touch panel. So this is the Yealink unique solution for wireless sharing. And also we can support the wired content sharing through HDMI cable. And for this part is the unique feature from Yealink for the touch panel. From the touch panel, it can directly join the meetings, and also Yealink touch panel can support the camera controls. You can see here, the right picture is the picture for the MVC 940 using 9 cameras. In the touch panel, you can see the 9 camera preset. You can do the preset for the 9 cameras, and you can do the layout for the meetings. And you can enable the auto framing and disable the auto framing features through the touch panel. Okay, so this is the extra large room solution, MVC 900. As here it mentioned, up to 30 people. Mostly it will be used in training rooms and also a lot of classrooms. From the MVC 900, the package including 2 cameras, you can connect up to 9 cameras. And also you can use a UVC30 content camera for whiteboard collaboration. And for the audio solution, normally you can pair up to 8 VCM34 wired mics and 4 MS Speaker 2, the sound bar, providing powerful audio solution for extra large rooms. And also, if you can select the VCM38, the ceiling mic. And for the content sharing, also we can support the WPP20 wireless content sharing. Okay, so I just have a very quick introduction of Yealink Teams phone and Teams Room devices. And today, for all of the participants for the webinar. We also give the very special offers, 50% off reseller price for the demo units. So each of you can get 1 or 2 set of the working from home devices like headsets, speakers, webcams. So with the 50% off price. So if you have the interest, feel free to contact with us. And for my email is danny@yealink.com. So if you have any inquiries, you can contact direct with me or with colleague from DVCom. Thank you all. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. My colleague, our technical manager Baron, is standing by for all the questions, technical questions. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Danny, for the detailed presentation. And is there any question? If there is any question, we are here to answer it. If anybody has some scenarios or they just want to know more or they want to explore more, the topic, the webinar was to integrate Microsoft Teams with the Microsoft Team with the cloud contact centers, and now you have seen some of the Microsoft certified devices, and also we presented you the cloud contact center, which is fully integratable with Microsoft Teams. So Jai, you are there. So if there's anything in specific, some question the participant like to know more, or they have some questions, they want to clear some of their like scenarios or anything, we are here to help. Yes.
Hi everyone. You can drop in your questions on the left hand side of the page. There is a panel where it says Q&A. You can click there and you can ask your question right away, and the speakers would be able to address your question.
Yeah, there is a question. Is there any solution for video conferencing completely wireless? Danny, can you answer this? Yes. For the participant by Umair, so it is fully wireless, please. Yeah, there is a question that do we need to integrate any additional license from Microsoft? Basically, the Microsoft Teams, the when you have M365, E3 plan and E5 plan, E3 normally you do have as an add-on for Microsoft Teams. Basically, it will require the phone system from the Microsoft Teams actually. Which depending on your Microsoft licensing and your subscription to the Teams, so it will we don't require any additional license from our end from the cloud contact centers. As long as you have an agent license, omni-channel license, that is enough. How the agent will, this is a second questions, how the agent will attend the calls, smartphones or softphone/WebRTC. See, the agent can attend the calls using any endpoint, because the whole idea is when the call comes from Microsoft Teams, as I said, the SBC is involved. Now, SBC part is to, let me tell you, Microsoft do not use SIP. Okay, it is something, the technology they are using for the communication is very closed and it is Microsoft proprietary, so they don't reveal what actually they are using it. But the SBC we are having, on the other hand, its job is to transform that to the SIP compatible. So you can use any WebRTC, you can use any SIP compatible phone, soft phone, hard phone, desk phone, anything which is compatible with the SIP, you can receive the calls. Yes.
Are there any more questions that you would like to?
There's a question, can we use existing telephony setup? See, as long as you have an IP telephony, we can use that. If you have an IP telephony, we can check. We've been able to integrate with the Cisco and Avaya and all these existing telephony the customer is having with Huawei. So yes, so as long as it is an IP base, it can be integrated with the cloud. So there's a question, any device can support iOS? Is it something we're related with the Teams, or because your question is not specific? So any device can support iOS. So see, if you are talking about the Microsoft Teams, the Teams app is available on iOS and on Android also. You can download from the App Store or Play Store and you can use it. Right. Yes, any other question, please? Anything you like to explore or you want to know more about, do let us know. So there is a question, can we receive contact center call on Teams? Yes, you do, absolutely. By Ramshad, the question is, I'm talking about the Yealink devices. Yealink devices, like your question is like, it support iOS or Android. Normally, the Yealink devices do have an Android-based devices are available. I think my colleague Baron or Danny can answer this question.
So for this question, as you know that Yealink device is certified by Microsoft Teams, and we have the Android base, and also we have the Windows based. For now, we don't have the iOS. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that is. Thank you, Danny, for the answer. Anybody who is more interested or want to explore more with the cloud contact center, or they want to see the Yealink devices live in action, they can visit us and DVCom head office here in Bardubai. We have an experience center where we can show you all the devices live, and you can explore more features, or you have something in specific. Definitely, you can explore that. So, yeah, yeah. Jai, I think if we don't have more calls, then we're almost running out of time. We can conclude the session.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you everyone for taking out the time. And thank you, Noman. Thank you, Danny. I'm just going to drop the emails of Noman and Danny just in case you want to reach out and if you have any queries. That's the email for Numan, and this is for Denny. So in case you want to reach out to them, if there are any further questions, any further inquiries, you can always reach out to them. Thank you so much for joining us today, and hope you all have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your time, and hope this helped you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, guys.